Kent Tonight on KMTV. I'm Louisa Britton. Coming up in the programme. Second murder charge after body found in park. Hundreds celebrate the life of Ben Savage. And Gillingham's first in the country for superfast internet. But first this evening, a second man's been charged with the murder of Giles Metcalf, whose body was found in a car park in Tunbridge Wells. The 43-year-old was found in the stairwell of the Torrington Road car park last Tuesday. Dean Lewis appeared at Maidstone Crown Court today via video link from Elmley Prison. He was asked not to enter a plea. A second man accused of the killing, James Marshall Guns, expected to appear at Maidstone Crown Court later this week. Early post-mortem examination results show Mr Metcalf died after a fire. Lewis and Marshall Gunn will enter pleas on the 4th of May. Now, a paedophile who took photos of himself having sex with a young girl has been sent to prison for 10 years. 51-year-old Andrew Stevens from Gillingham admitted more than 5 offences, including raping a girl under the age of 13. The pictures of the victim were found on his mobile phone after he was arrested. Stevens will appear on the sex offenders register for life, and he'll also be barred from working with children and vulnerable adults. Meanwhile, Kent Police are encouraging people to speak out ahead of National Child Sexual Exploitation Awareness Day. They're hoping people amongst the public, businesses and professionals will keep an eye out for the warning signs and report any of their suspicions. And DCI Angie Chapman says it's important to recognise how much of a danger the internet can be for young people.
Our advances in technology have clearly put a lot of people in more risky situations, whether it is through dating sites, whether it's through Snapchat, Instagram and Facebook. And what we can understand is that children can build up more of a rapport with strangers far quickly and then may agree to further go on and meet them, whereas in the past we might not have been able to do that. So we are also focusing on online safety and sexting, and we've also worked very closely with schools.
Hundreds have said their final goodbyes to Ben Savage, who died after falling into the River Medway. Families and friends packed into the Strood Cemetery for the 18-year-old's funeral. They were asked to wear something red or blue, as red was Ben's favourite colour and blue became the colour of the Find Ben Facebook page. Volunteers from Medway Coast Guard, who helped with the 8-week search for Ben, attended the funeral. Ben went missing after a night out at the Tap and Tin in Chatham back in December. The Home Secretary, Amber Rudd, visited Ashford to see how the council had been helping refugees. So far, more than 10 families have arrived in Ashford after fleeing Syria. They're being provided with training to help them find jobs as well as English lessons. Mrs Rudd praised Ashford, which has agreed to accept 250 refugees over the next 5 years, the largest number of any council in Kent. She says government grant cuts shouldn't be used by other councils as an excuse not to offer homes to Syrian refugees.
I hope this isn't going to be about money, and I think that what I've learned talking to some of the people who participate here today and previously talking to other, particularly community groups who welcome Syrian families, is that the community will lean in and help. So I think that money must be part of it, I understand that, but it's absolutely not all of it. I think if the community want to help, then we should try and find a way for them to do so.
It's not yet known what caused a fire at a fish and chip shop in Ashford. 2 men were injured after breathing in smoke. This is the aftermath of the fire at Singleton Fish Bar, which happened at around 3:30 yesterday afternoon. The ground floor's been damaged by the flames, but luckily no neighbouring businesses have been affected. A report's being prepared by Kent Fire and Rescue Service. A Kent business has become the first to have ultra-fast broadband in the country. Thames & Co is a family-run business in Gillingham, and I went to BT's launch on Friday. This was the moment Gillingham became one of the first places to have access to BT's new ultra-fast broadband, an internet connection which is an impressive 10 times faster than what most people use. Well, it certainly doesn't look like much from the outside, but this superfast broadband box is the first to have been launched in the country. And now that it's been set up, more than 10,000 homes and businesses in the area will have access to some of the fastest internet in the country. Local business Temiz & Co was the first of 10 million homes and small businesses to get the ultra-fast connection. The bookkeeping company is run by Mehmet Uzum and his wife, and they believe it will help them expand their business.
It is important because we are actually cloud-based accountancy firm. We don't have a hardback office in our office, hardback storage facilities in our office, and we only connect to our network from our cloud. It does help us a lot, and we've seen the impact, how much time it can save us. And with this, we're now intending to expand, and we have been a bit more confident to expand since we approached into this fast G network.
Well, I'm absolutely delighted that BT Openreach is here in Gillingham, Gillingham being one of the first places in the country to be given easy, quick, fast broadband access to the internet. And it helps people like, Gurjahan and Mehmet in relation to their startup, local business. And we're seeing the significant improvement it has in creating jobs, where they've gone from 2 people to 4 people in a very short period of time.
And Gillingham isn't the only town that'll have access to speedy internet, with Openreach saying it would make G-Fast available to more than 10 million homes by the end of the decade. It might not be long until many more people in Kent get to try out this latest technology. Louisa Britton, KMTV, Gillingham. And finally, don't forget to check out tonight's episode of Team Talk. On this week's programme, the boys face off in a tennis duel as they visit Medway's new Avenue Tennis Centre, and there's the results from February's Goal of the Month. And you can watch the programme after us right here on Kent Online Facebook page. And just before we go, here's Josie with a look at tonight and tomorrow's weather.
Tonight there'll be highs of 7 degrees in Dartford with cloudy skies across Kent, and tomorrow it will be a bit warmer with temperatures of 9 across the board. Into the afternoon there's not much change, the clouds set to stay, but hopefully there'll be no rain.
Well, that's all from us this evening. We'll be back again tomorrow with all the latest stories from across your county. In the meantime, don't forget you can always keep up to date by listening to KMFM or logging on to kentonline.co.uk.